Okay, so in this video I'm going to do trade breakdown on USDCAD and जो हम लोग का framework था वो daily internal to external था and I'll show you guys intraday and swing position also. Okay, and I'll also explain in this video how I do my top-down analysis. Okay, and this is going to be based on market maker buy model. So if you see this USD CAD chart, okay, this is a daily time frame. So I always start my charting from weekly time frame or daily time frame. ठीक है, अगर weekly and daily में मेरे को कुछ नहीं दिखता है, then I look for other pair basically. Okay, but here you can see on daily time frame. First of all, pause this video and try to find what you can see in this video. So here you can see we have grabbed this equal low liquidity, right? We have grabbed this equal low liquidity and you can see we're displacing higher right now, okay? After grabbing this liquidity, okay? Can you spot something here? You can see we have this inverted fair value gap. So we had this bearish fair value gap, right? And this bearish fair value gap is overlapped, right? You can see we closed very bullish here, right? And we close above this bearish fair value gap. So we have this inverted fair value gap. So in simple terms, जो ये रेजिस्टेंस का काम करने वाला था ये फेयर वैल्यू गैप अब ये सपोर्ट का काम करेगा, राइट? क्योंकि ये रेजिस्टेंस ब्रेक हो चुका है. And in the next candle you can see we have created what? Bullish fair value gap. Okay, so we have this daily bullish fair value gap. So I always like to see daily fair value gap, weekly fair value gap, then I personally frame the setup. So here I understand कि market has grabbed this sell side liquidity equal low. Okay, if market has grabbed the liquidity and market has created the bullish fair value gap, what will be the next target? Upside buy side liquidity, right? Right, our old high will be the next target if market have grabbed sell side liquidity, market created fair value gap. So with this understanding I know we have this daily fair value gap, so we can look for internal. So our fair value gap is going to be internal range liquidity and you can see we have this daily external range liquidity as previous day high liquidity. Okay, and we have this old high as a buy side liquidity. Okay, so simply I have to look for market to this fair value gap to this external range liquidity basically. So here you can see in next day candle, okay, in this candle we tap this daily bullish fair value gap. So I'll go to lower time frame for the intraday or for the swing. Okay, for intraday I like to look at 15 minute. For swing I personally like to take trade inside 1 hour or 4 hour. Okay, so let's discuss first. Let's discuss first 15-minute time frame intraday model. Okay, so before going to 15 minute, what you can spot on 1 hour time frame first. Okay, so we're doing time frame alignment daily to 1 hour. So in this 1 hour time frame, what you can see here? So you can see we have this accumulation, right? Consolidation. Okay, here blue shaded box is an accumulation. You can see how market was in range. Market manipulated downside, grab this previous day low, right? And we tap this daily fair value gap that we discussed. Okay, so we had this accumulation, we had this manipulation, and now what we're looking for? We're looking for the distribution to the upside to take out this daily external range liquidity. Okay, so now we're going to 15-minute time frame. On 15-minute also you can see that we discussed on 1 hour. We had this accumulation here. We had this manipulation and now we're looking for the distribution. Okay. So we have grabbed this previous day low as well. Okay. So see in 15-minute time frame, you can see we have grabbed this swing low here. Okay. We have grabbed this swing low. Okay. And then displaced higher with some fair value gap. Okay. And we had this market structure shift as well. Okay. You can see this old high. Okay, created this low and then displaced higher with fair value gap, and now we are inside New York kill zone. Okay, so if we're looking for intraday move, we want to see, we want to basically take trade inside the kill zone. Okay, and we was inside New York kill zone. I personally like 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, New York local time. So we had this market structure shift now point A from point A to point B. Okay, you can look for entry anywhere. Either you can enter directly at this order block or this fair value gap and you can put a stop loss below swing low, or you can wait for market to deeper retracement to tap this down close candle as an order block, or you can enter fair in this fair value gap or in this fair value gap. Okay, so it's nothing wrong or right here because we understand the daily time frame, we understand where daily is most likely going to go, and we have this M15 shift as well on lower time frame. We have this AMD model also forming, so we understand higher time frame. If you understand higher time frame, you can place, let's say you have placed your entry at this order block or this fair value gap here, and put your stop loss below the swing low, okay, and simply target 1:2, 1:3, or whatever risk reward you would like to trade basically, okay. So there's nothing wrong or right, I'll say, in this framework, okay, where you should enter or where you should not enter. But even if you taking trade at this fair value gap, I'll always like to put my stop loss below the last swing low, okay, for the safer side, okay. And you can see after spending some time, market definitely retraced lower, fill this fair value gap here, fill this upper fair value gap, tap this order block, and then started displacing higher. Okay. So even if you have entered here, okay, let's add this fair value gap, upper fair value gap during New York kill zone time. So and you have targeting this high, it will be easily give you 1 to 1.5 hour easily if you put your stop loss below this low. And if you have entered at this fair value gap or this order block on lower time frame, definitely it will be bigger risk reward, right? So this was basically intraday model. And if you want to see my execution, let me show you. I have said on my Discord here, okay, you can join this Discord as well. This is free community for you guys, and here I shared my execution. You can see I personally entered at this order block, okay, and you can see how market traded towards my TP, okay. So let's come back to the video. Sorry, let's come back to the PPT. So let's see now swing entry basically. Okay, so you can see still we have not grabbed this daily external range liquidity, right? You can see we have not grabbed this daily external range liquidity, and you can see we formed this 4 hour bullish fair value gap here. So simply I can take entry at the fair value gap, put my stop loss below the low और body के नीचे मैं stop loss रखूँ and simply target 1:2 risk reward. Okay, and let me show you 1 hour time frame also. On 1 hour time frame also you can see we have this bullish fair value gap जहाँ पे हम लोग का 4 hour का fair value gap form हुआ है. Okay, so you can take this 1 hour fair value gap also as for an entry, and you can see still we have not grabbed this external, so still I can look for the long setup for the swing trade. Okay, and let me show you one more thing. So if you come to my Discord, you will see here we have also created this SMT basically, okay, at this low, and we had this H1 inverted fair value gap, okay. So I shared this my before and after chart, okay. So let's come back to the PPT. Okay, so we had this here SMT from this low to this low with DXY. And simple thing, I don't want to complicate, okay, by marking 10 things basically in the chart. I like to keep it simple. I understand the daily order flow. I understand we have this 4 hour fair value gap. I understand we have this liquidity untapped, so I can simply place my trade here basically, okay. And let's say here I entered my position. I put my stop loss below the body or the low, okay, and simply targeting 1:2 risk reward, okay. And you can see how beautifully it played out, okay. Definitely it has took some time, maybe a day, to play this trade basically, okay. And I also said my execution on my Discord in this swing entry also. So I entered somewhere here that we had the 1 hour fair value gap. You can see here I executed, and here I booked my profit at 1.8 hour basically, okay. So this was a trade basically, simple. Don't complicate it. Just understand where daily and weekly is going, and then simply frame your trade on the lower time frame. Okay, and you can see how beautifully it played out on daily time frame from this fair value gap to this external, and looks like next week we're going to grab this buy side liquidity as well. Okay, and of course you can go and study this candle as a next day model. Okay, if you guys know what is next day model, you can go and study this candle, okay. And make sure to join my Discord channel. Here I share my analysis, okay, what I am looking. And of course, not always I take win, sometimes I take loss as well. I share my journal as well, okay. So here we tried short, okay, on Tuesday or Monday basically, okay, but it got stopped out. And then I also said the reason why this was basically a bad trade, okay. So I share my analysis as well here, what I am looking, what I'm not looking, so you can come and join this group basically, okay. Link will be in the description. So see you guys on the next video. Take care.